Hi. So I watched the video I did last night with my wife this morning, and I was like, somebody commented that it wasn't funny, and I agree. It wasn't even entertaining. In fact, I'd watch it, I'm cringing. I'm like, what is wrong with this person? And but then I thought, at the end, the last like 10 seconds were pretty good. Where I think could have been good is like a meme. And it's actually the only real point I wanted to make was the inspiration for the video, which is that Trump would say, um, you know, um, everybody says I'm different, but I haven't changed, or everybody's. I even forgot the quote now, but anyway, I should just cut it down to 10 seconds. So I wish vidIQ had more stuff or more advice about the length of the videos. Now they do say zoom in and out. They do say that retention is very very important. So the video certainly failed. And let me just show you the statistics. It certainly failed on retention. Now it did get into the feed, however. So in my videos, I get anywhere if it gets into the feed, it seems like I get anywhere from like 200 to 2,000 views. So I think on 2,000 views, it's like it's getting a chance to get somewhere. Like YouTube is saying, oh, yeah, this is good, but doesn't reach that level of of where it's going to go viral. So here's the views, 2,063. Now it has 31 likes. That's good. I think the percentage is fine. Like whether you like it or don't like it, if you just click on the button, my guess is that YouTube is like, oh yeah, okay. The comments 8 is good. Now I'm always surprised that people comment on shorts. Like, I know I don't have a life, but really. Anyway, so like this Netanyahu video, I think did well, 9 comments, whatever. Like, I'm surprised this didn't go further, and I feel that is a problem to me with the shorts. Is that once they're shown, they're never shown again. I think it's very difficult for people to find them, or they could find anyway. Like you only have the chance in the feed and going viral, and then unless your channel has a lot of subscribers, they're pretty much dead. At least they seem dead to me. Anyway, that's where I'm at so far. Now for today's video, one of the things that vidIQ uh, goes into a lot is like how you title your videos. Like there should be something like, how you did this or why this. It should answer the viewer's question, or it should like give them some knowledge. Um, it shouldn't be so like Donald Trump trolls CNN singing. That's only going to pick up Donald Trump, people. But if I probably titled it like how Trump will beat the rap, that probably would have done better or just as well. But anyway, that's the kind of title I think that they would have liked. Now, I put in CNN because that's what they said in their searches, put in CNN. So I put in CNN and they seem to like the word troll. So anyway, I mean, that worked. Like I said, it does seem to me like following vidIQ, like when to publish and what words to use is helping a bit. But um, my talent in putting this video together is what really hurt it. And I would say, and I've known this for a long time because I've been writing for a long time and stuff like that. The number one rule is kill your darlings. The number one rule is to read or view whatever you do as that person. And when I was watching this video, back in my head is the viewer saying, "This stinks, this stinks, this stinks." You know what I mean? And I didn't just, and this is a problem being rushed a little bit, but like I said, if I had 2 days, like today, I would have been like, "Oh, just cut out the first 40 seconds of it. Just do 20 seconds." And actually, then I think it would have been good. So anyway, like I said, just go on, keep trying. So on to a new day. Now for today's video, I'm going to try to do a stronger how type thing. Oops. Let's get out of here. So I've written a script this morning. I was watching a Louis Rossman video last night, and he was just going about like I don't need to go into context here, I guess, but it is actually one of the few political issues I'm definitely emotional about is right to repair. Now, for Louis Rossman, the problem with right to repair is that young guys like him, were young guys like him, could get into the business and fix Apple products or any sort of phone, and and make a living. But now the manufacturers, especially of Apple, have really locked it down. Like every part, even if it's just a complete commodity part, has serial numbers. They just make it as impossible for people to fix it to source the parts. But my beef with Apple is that it makes people stupid. Like, I'm a tinkerer, and I believe that a country is really strong when you have a lot of its young population tinkering with stuff. So, like, I could tinker with electronics when I was younger because they didn't really try and protect it. But kids these days can't tinker with Apple phones. Like, I have a bunch of Apple phones in my drawer. They do nothing. Why can't I put Linux on them? I should be able to put Linux on them. To me, that it's a complete crime. It really weakens the country. It just weakens society. It just weakens humanity to do that. And so that, yeah, that gets me mad. So I wrote the script. Now, I think with this script, because I want to get it done quickly, because when I went to the vidIQ site and now it said something a little bit different. Um, it said, "Oh, do 9 a.m. to 12 to like this. Do it this morning." So, anyway, so I sort of want to get this done very quickly. So I'm going to use this other sort of technologies I've sort of invented or created to create these videos quickly, and I'm going to go in how that works. Okay, we're going to see if we can create this short in real time. My wife's doing the exercise in the other room, so excuse the music. All right, so I've written my script. I'll probably change it a bit. So the first thing I want to do is I've created this essentially this group of files, a set of files that I'll copy over every time I want to create a video of this type of using this type of technology. So I'm going to go in the captions and I'm opening the captions file. And I'm going to go now to my script. I'm going to copy my script into this captions file. I'm going to save it. And then let me go back. So normally I'll run a batch to run everything, but I'm just step by step so you understand what I'm doing. But if I was just making this normally, I'd actually just run the batch now and it would do what I want. So S6 captions to captions, that's this one right here. So I'm going to run that. I'm going to put that into my command prompt here. And I'm going to run it. And what it's going to do is it's going to actually create another file. It's actually going to drive the rest of the process is this timings file. So you see here's a script and here's each one, because each one's going to get a caption and the length of those captions. So it's actually sort of calculating how many seconds it will need for each line. I can also change the pitch of the voice. There's a lot of stuff I can do in here, but we're going to keep this very simple for now. Okay, so that's what that does. And the second thing is create caption PNGs. Again, I'm going to bring that just so you can see what each thing does, but normally they would all run in a from the batch. I just have them all run from the batch file. So the second one is S3. S3, so I'm going to run this. And what this is doing is it's taking each caption in my script essentially, and it's creating a separate caption for it. Now, Capcut does this much better, and I probably, yeah, I mean, mostly I'll use Capcut. Maybe I even want to use these for now, but whatever. I'll do these. So now it's going to create these captions. So you can see these are all the captions of each item in the script. Now, the caption program, I can set the colors. I can do a lot of stuff in there, but this is only the basics. Again, it's made that I could customize it quite a bit, but we're just going to go with the stock whatever. Okay, so now that I've created my captions, I want to do my text-to-speech. So what text-to-speech is going to do is, bring that over here, is it's basically going to call, I have the computer set up where it has the API keys. It's going to call Google Cloud, the Google text-to-speech converter, and it's going to create a, I forget whether this is a woman or the guy. Anyway, I'll tell it which voice to use and some other parameters, and it will create audio to go along with that with that piece of text. So that's what it's doing for each piece of text. It's creating the audio. Okay, so that's done, and we can see those text to speech here. These are all the WAV files, and see whether you can hear
Buying
this or
Apple
not.
BS.
Hopefully you could hear that. I can't because I don't have my headphones on. All right, so we've done that. Now we want to add the captions with audio to a background. So it's set up that it will use the background that says BGMCHI. So it's this one right here, which I think will be fine for this video. Well, I'm just going to leave it the way it is, but actually, no, let me just change this to, um, uh, to 2, and I'll call this one. So we'll use the background, and Max can't help it. We'll use this as a default background. And go back here, and then I want to use the S4 add to captions. I'll move this over to the command prompt. I'm going to run this. So what this has done again is taking each of those captions it made from each line of the video, plus the audio I made from Google from the text to voice, and the background, that JPEG, and it's going to combine them all into these little videos. And so these little videos should be here, I think. No, these little videos should be here. Where should the little videos be? Output videos, sorry. So the output videos are here. So these are all little mini videos of each of
Buying Apple BS.
Again, the caption, the audio in the background, and the background I have here. Then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm concat all these videos together. Oops. Concat captioned videos. I think it's just this one. Yes, this one. I'm going to run this. So this basically runs them all to this final complete. I'm going to put on my headphones so I can listen to it, watch it together.
Chinese youth got rich inventing new factory tech, while American kids got saddled with debt. Buying Apple BS. Be creative all you want, dumbass. Borrowing money to buy Apple devices.
Okay, so the first thing I should probably put in a comma. I'm now going to just use the captions text to do my editing. So I should probably want to put a comma here. Hopefully it'll just stop it from, give it a nice little pause. Anyway, I'll work on that later. So as you can see, we have our
Chinese
video
youth
here
got rich
with all the stuffs. And then the next part that I would do. Now I do have programs that it is set up in the program that I could name the images I'm going to use in this and put them in it, but it's just easier doing Capcut. So I'll load Capcut. And again, I'm doing this all in real time. Does it fit on the screen perfectly? Yes. So now I'm going to pull that file over. Oops. Well, first I'm going to pull over these assets. Not everything I need, but it's a lot of what I need. And next I'm going to pull over the final compiled. So I pull the final compiled into the timeline. Let's display it.
Chinese youth got rich.
Okay, so now for this one, I'd want to I want to put in like a picture. So I could put in the picture. What I love about CapCut is how easy it makes to do like basic animation. So I can just do should I do rockin'?
Chinese.
Yeah, I'll do rockin'. And then I'll just, now this is a thing I have a little bit of problem with. I haven't figured out. Okay.
Youth got rich.
Okay, so this is the end of this.
Inventing new.
Okay, so I'll do the inventing. I'm just going to put in another one of the wealthy Chinese people. I'm not anti-Chinese, by the way, whatsoever. This is just a and the problem with making these types of videos is, a lot of truth has to fly out the door. The basic point I'm really trying to make is that, you should have the freedom to invent what you want. But it is true that a whole generation of Chinese people got rich, like creating innovations in their factories, like especially the screens for Apple. And that didn't, anyway. Okay.
Inventing new factory tech. While
Okay. There's something where these and the sound doesn't quite add up correctly. Doesn't align correctly. So it's something I still need to work on, but it's okay. I mean, and then for this, do a zoom.
inventing,
Yes. Okay. So,
Chinese youth got rich. Inventing new factory tech. While American
All American Kids. So I'm gonna have to go find an image for that. That'll be good. But you get the idea um, of how this works. And then, well, let me just go back. Another nice thing about uh, I like about CapCut is it has a bunch of like free audio. So I'll just find some like music and put the volume down quite a bit and add that. Well, just let me just even take the TikTok one. Try I like to do it on the YouTube videos. This cracks me up. So I'm gonna pull this down to let's say -10. See how that goes.
Chinese youth got rich. Inventing new factory tech. While American kids
Yes, that's good. Let's just bring it down a little bit lower.
got saddled with debt. Buying Apple BS.
Okay. Anyway, so that's the if I had all the those images ready for the script, then I could actually do it all right now. But you can see how quick this was. So basically, how long is this video? This has gone 10 minutes, and I'm explaining it. Like I said, I didn't have to do each step. So really, once I did the script using these methods, I can probably create a YouTube short in about 15 minutes, which is good. And I especially want this because some days I won't have time, be busy with work, whatever. So I want to have this way to create these shorts that allow me to focus on the writing, as if that'll help. So I uploaded the video, but there's a huge problem with it. It's a problem I've had before. I think I mentioned, and I tried to fix it by creating each video in ProRes. Anyway, whatever. It didn't work. The problem is that I can't get the images to line up perfectly with the text or the dialogue, both the text, the caption, and the narration. And I figured out today that actually it's sort of like a problem going forward. Like in the beginning it works, but the audio just gets more and more out of sync. And so in the video, you'll notice the first images are fine, but then at the end they're really out of sync. So, I tried other methods of trying to sync them up. Anyway, it just didn't work out at all. And this is a time where sometimes something that you thought was clever, that was useful for you, was actually getting in the way. It was worse. And the clever thing for me is concatenating all these videos. Now, I've had experience with this a lot. It's a known problem that when you concatenate videos, you can have audio going out of sync. Audio sync problems are a problem with video processing no matter what. So what's happening is somehow when it's putting them together, each one is getting out of sync. And then I realized that, that it was a stupid way of doing it. And like I said, so I would compile them into this file compiled. I drag that into CapCut. And then I realized, well, wait, that's sort of a dumb way of doing it. I'll just go into my output video, take all these and drag them into CapCut, which is what I did, and then drag them all down to timeline. And in that way, because each little video here is a segmented narration and caption, it's easy just to drag the image down and put the image over just that little point that I'm making. And like I said, the video they uploaded today, it's just like at the end, it gets all like, gets sort of like not distorting, what's the word for it? But it's just not, it's unsettling because the images aren't really coming with the captions and the text and the dialogue, whatever. So anyway, so going forward, I'm glad now I have a fix for that. I don't need to fix really the concatenation. I just want to drag all the images into CapCut. And in this way, I can get perfectly synchronized audio, caption, and image. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to bring up is that where do I get the images from? There are a couple of places. One, I have Canva, which I love because Canva is like a Swiss Army knife. There's always so much stuff I can do with it. So sometimes I'll just go into Canva. I'll just find images. I'll put them in a fake project, download them, and use those for my images. So that's a tip that you might want to do because I think Canva is just yeah, $14 a month. There's just so many things you can do with it. You can make videos, you can make thumbnails. It's just graphics. It's just it's just like again, and or you can just use it really as like a poor man's image library. So I use that, and then if I want to get something specific, well, you can search specifically in Canva, but I also, paid deposit photos for $100 for 100 images, like $1 a photo, and I've only like gone through 40 so far. So I'll just go in here and I'll search whatever point I want to make. I'll get the video, I'll download it, and the good thing is that uh, in my if I go here to I just put them in the content resources, so I have my my graphics, so I can use them over and over again. So, like for this specific video, I pulled out a bunch of like I downloaded from Deposit Photo. This one, Tim Cook, right in front of like a Chinese thing, which is perfect for my video. And again, I can use this again. So anyway, that's where I get the images for the video, either Canva or Deposit Photos. Um, and anyway, I'm so happy I fixed this. This problem with the audio going out of sync and getting the images, line. So I'm looking forward to using that technique later on. Now today I've just done a like a little rant video in the car really quickly. I'll post that tonight and I'll report back on that to you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.